Hi guys, I wanted to show you something new that I'm working on. It's from the spools. We did a video on spools and I show you how to do them. And then I just made one that was a lot longer and I did stationery on a spool. Paper you would get at the hardware store, like painting paper, that real thin brown paper. And it's 12 inches wide. And what I did was I did a page for stationery and then I put the envelope on there. And a page for stationery and an envelope on there. And I'm just doing different, each piece is just a little different. So you could just, when you want to use it, you just cut it and you use it and you can write a beautiful little letter to someone, put it in the envelope and mail it off. But I thought this was just a really fun way to use my spools and use some of my brown thin craft wrap paper that I have like rolls and rolls of. And it's really, really simple. So let's just get started. So I'm gonna have two templates in here for you to download if you want to, or you can use your own sizes. The actual stationery piece is 11 inches by 6 3/4, and here's the envelope. So depending on how many stationery and envelopes you want on your roll, you will just take and multiply that by 18 inches. The one on my large roll, I have 10 of them, so that was just over 180 inches, if that makes sense. This is the light, it's like painter's paper almost. It's real thin brown craft wrap I got at the hardware store, and you can get a huge roll of it. And this is 12 inches wide. This is what I use. Just lay it down on something to protect it, and we're just going to whitewash it. I just took some of my off-white paint and added water, and so it's really watered down. And I'm just going to just do a wash on it. Okay, we're going to let this side dry and do the other side. And you can use any color paint you want. I just thought this was just a nice color because I could add anything else to it easily. Okay, let's get this side to dry. So what I did was I made a template out of my cardstock that my stamp was in, and I just cut it so the window on the inside is the 6 3/4 by 11 inches, and then I also cut out my envelope from cardstock. So I'm just going to look and see where I'm at and line this up, and I'm just going to use. I wanted to use this green marker, so that's just what I'm going to use. But you could use a pen. You could just literally use some chalk and go around the edge. You just want to be able to mark off where your stationery is. And for me, this was easy, and I really like this color, so I'll probably use it for all of these pieces. So I can see that goes there. And I'm going to give myself just a little space here. And then I'm going to trace my envelope. I just traced all of them out first, and they were all set up and ready to go. So however many you're going to do, even if you want to use different color markers or ink or whatever it is you want to use to. Like I said, just make sure you cut your paper long enough for however many you want. Let's get to embellishing. And I'm just taking any and all of my stamps that I have, and anything that looks like might be cute, that might frame this or just fit in. And then you could add a cute little message, but it just looks really, really pretty. And this is one of my IOD stamps. But I bet you have in your pile of stamps, you probably have lots of fun stuff, whether it's just florals, and you could use a really, really light color ink and even stamp the whole page and write over that if your colors are light enough. And I wanted some lines, and I just happen to have a stamp that has these fun lines in it. But you can improvise, and you might have a stencil with lines, and you can just draw your lines. just add something to the envelope that matches. I'm just folding in the tabs so you can kind of see where your score lines are going to be. See how that just adds a little dimension. You can see where you're going to be folding. And you can even add a little more color in here if you would like. So what do you think? It's a wonderful way to use up your scraps and your bits and pieces of transfers. It just adds a little pizzazz. I'm going to add some chalk to this one now. I think I'm going to use some of this green, and I may add another color in the center. It's kind of dark, but... You know, so much of this is just trial and error and seeing what you do or don't like. And sometimes it's the mistakes that come out the best. See, you can get more ornate. You can make it very, very simple. Just add some fun colors. Just with the different stamps you have, you can handwrite things or draw, or use your transfers. So there's a lot of different fun ways you can do up your own stationery, and when you write your little letter or note to someone, they're gonna know that you really thought of them. So when you're all done making all of your stationery on your roll, this is the actual tube spool that I made, and you can find the video on our YouTube for these, and I just made it bigger so that this paper would fit on here. And all I did is use a piece of washi tape and put it on the end, and then I'm just gonna roll it up. So these are a few of them that I did on this spool. You can see they're all just a little different. And I'm just gonna tie a cute little ribbon around it, just to hold it on there. And then whenever I wanna write a letter, I can just cut a piece off and it's all set. Hope you guys try this. I think it would be a fun class. Everyone gets to have their own sheet of paper and design all their own stationery. But I hope you guys try it and have fun. Thanks.